This is just a quick video to explain why, if I were you, I wouldn't buy the Koopor Mini. I don't know if you can see that in this lighting. I apologize for the lighting, but this is just something that I'm throwing together on quick notice. You know, it does have a nice looking screen on it, although it's a little dim. Real easy to access the battery panel. Right now I have a Kanger on the top, and it's not that it doesn't work very well. Well, kind of, it does. You know, it has three different settings for getting it into or how it hits when it's in temperature mode: soft, medium, and hard. All three of them are a gradual increase to a full hit, so you have to wait there for a second, even on the hard setting, for it to power up. And so compared to all the other mods that I have, this is probably the worst one. But here's the reason why I don't recommend this. You know, there's a USB port on the bottom, and the USB port is not for charging, it's for upgrading firmware. And essentially it was given, you know, in the details of it, when it went on to the market, that it was firmware upgradable and there would be free firmware upgrades. Koopor, being a part of the company Smok, or Smok, S-M-O-K, you know, a spin-off of theirs, basically, after getting hammered by people on their community page about the update, they said, yes, you can get the update for free, but you have to send it to one of our distributors or one of our certified people, and they will do the update for you and send it back, rather than it just being a simple micro USB cable attachment and plugging it into your computer and doing the firmware yourself. It requires a very specific cable. So essentially, if you want the free update, you have to spend the money to send your mod in to somebody that's relatively close to your area, and once they, you know, they receive it, they do the update, and then you have to pay for it to be sent back. So essentially it's not free. It's going to cost you shipping. You're going to be out your mod for a while they do the firmware. And to me, I think that was the biggest colossal waste of money. You know, when I bought this thing, I bought it based off of the fact that it was firmware upgradable, you know, that we might be able to get more wattage out of it, and, you know, maybe a few features. Maybe they would eliminate some of the stuff, like, you know, it goes into a sleep mode, which I don't really like. It doesn't read titanium incredibly well. You know, so hopefully those things were going to be prepared. You know, right now I'm running a titanium coil at 0.49 ohms, and, you know, that's one I built. But if I were to flip it over to, right now it's in nickel mode, but if I flipped it over to titanium, the draw would be horrible. So if you're thinking about buying this mod, it's a great looking mod. You know, they did a great job as far as the aesthetics of the device, you know, but that firmware is the killer. I would not spend the money on this, and that's just my opinion, but take it for what it's worth. I've been vaping for 6 years, and I'm pretty familiar with devices, so you know, I've had everything since the initial 510s came out. So if this is something that you're considering buying, I would think twice about it. There are other mods out there. I mean, the Ely 40 watt works 10 times better than this thing, and it's, granted, it's an internal battery. Oh, and speaking of which, one other thing, this thing sucks through batteries like it's going out of style. Typically speaking, I could go through an entire day on an 18650. I have to change this out at least once. So, food for thought. If you're looking to buy one, I would definitely reconsider.